fucking was like, "Are you out of your mind?"
Okay, yeah, he's dumb for that.
I was like, that's why I was like, if you want to send goofy ass trades, I'll send you a goofy one.
What's crazy is I sent you a good trade and you said no.
Man, look, I don't trust that Panthers offense or DJ Moore, man.
Hey, man, admit it. Don't say you don't trust that Panthers offense. Admit it. Say the truth.
Say the truth. I don't trust the relationship between him and Baker.
Nah, don't say that. Who don't you trust? Admit it, man.
What do you mean, who don't I trust?
Just say it. You don't trust Baker.
All right, you know what? I was wrong. I thought he was going to be something, but he was terrible even against the Saints. He just made like 2 or 3 solid plays.
He was terrible. He's been terrible every game.
Yeah, like he's been not good at all. And like my thing is that like he like had the Saints not started off fucking slow, they would have lost that game. But the Saints have started off so slow the last 3 games, and we fucking suck. So I'm telling you, if we lose badly to the Vikings, I'm calling for Dennis Allen's head.
This shit's funny. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh, but
I'm telling you, I'm not the only person that's thinking that either, dude. Like, I'm in on these fan pages and shit, and like they're saying all the same shit. Like, if he loses this game, he's gonna be on a hot seat because you have way too good of a team to be fucking taking L's like this.
Big seat. All right, let's get this shit. I said everything. You can hear the Fortnite in the background. We don't wanna. So
we're just gonna go over the scores and then make our predictions. That's it then.
Yeah, that's fine. We can make it quick, and then whatever you guys want to talk about. I know. Hold on. I know. I don't want to say it's lie. It's we. Whatever. I don't know what I'm trying to say. All right.
Hey, real quick. I know you see those stories from the podcast.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, why is it all Bears? I don't understand.
Damn.
You know what's crazy, bro? Is
I don't see anything about the Saints.
I always say the same shit about the Twitter.
Well, look at actually. We'll take a look at it now. All right. What's up, everyone? What's up, everyone? Welcome back to BallBoys podcast. Group of friends come together. And average fans talk about some sports. This is what we do for fun. So hold on. We're gonna talk about what we're gonna talk about. We're gonna shout out our sponsors real quick, but before we do that, Andrew's already talking sweet. So I run the Twitter. All right, and he's saying, "What'd you say?"
I said it's always about Niners, the Bears.
Okay. I'm pretty sure Brandon Staley is the coach of the Chargers. We have CMC.
All right. For today, wise, I'll give you that. But in the past,
I'm not done. The LOB security guards. This is Tua.
But think about it, this is all from today.
Hold on, I'm not done. This is 2018 frauds. Everyone. Stephen A. Smith. Thoughts? He got Eagles at 1. What else? Oh yeah, George Pickens. This is actually kind of funny. I won't play that now.
Fucking
go
ignorant.
to the Twitter and see it. This is Cowboys I don't know why I said Cowboys. I can't read. The Broncos. Okay,
the Niners.
I'll give you that one. Then we got Tua and Jalen, and this dude said Vikings should be higher. Vikings at 16. I think the Vikings are better than the Titans. Anyways.
All right.
Yeah.
You got me for this week, but in the past, you already know that it was mainly the Niners and the Bears.
These are cold as fuck, by the way. We even got some basketball, dude. Fucking Giannis confirmed.
Fucking down bad right now, man.
All right. Like I said, welcome to episode 26. Let's thank our sponsors. Also, before we do that, I failed to mention that we actually are on Spotify and Apple. But the only thing is, I haven't put the audio on those platforms as of yet. So that will be updated by the end of the week. But please, if you're in the car, vacation, whatever, you can listen to us there. Shout out to our sponsor, Jam Contracting. We don't want to see the password for that. That wasn't there. But anyways, look, they do good shit. They as in we, that's our brand, it's our company. We have to disclose that. But yeah, it's good shit. Anyways, our other sponsors, our boys M Vintage. They make good ass hats, custom. Looks like they haven't updated it as of yet, but that's okay. Who would want this? Let's see, Prada. Hey, that was kind of sick. Anyways, they do custom hoodies and shirts as well. Shout out to the fucking Instagram. We can look at stories. That's okay. You know. We were just on the Twitter. Follow us on Twitter. I heard they got good shit on Twitter. And lastly, we have the Tiki Talk. Look at that. Look at our highlights, bro. This one is one of my favorites. Look at, we're TikTok famous. And I believe that's not for everyone. So, what are we going to do today? This might be short and sweet. This might take a little long. We'll just see how we're feeling it. Obviously, reactions to week 3. It will make our picks for week 4. I forgot to ask you off camera. Are we updated with the records of all of our picks?
Yep.
Ooh, we'll share that too. I'm very excited.
Oh man, can't wait.
Oh God. All right, let's start with week 3, and let me just get my notes real quick. I had them somewhere. Oh, here they are. Okay. Also very quickly, shout out to what's this fucking guy's name? He left a comment on our last video. I don't know. I forgot what his name was. I'm not gonna look for it, but he said Diego's our takes are nothing but L's. Shout out to him. That's on the last live stream. Anyways, okay. Week 3. We had okay, here we go. Starting Thursday night football, Pittsburgh at Cleveland. Looks like Cleveland won that game 29-17. I don't know who I know E picked the Steelers.
He picked the Steelers, and I think Frank did too.
I think the majority of us picked the Browns though.
Yeah.
No, Frank picked the Browns. I remember he was talking about dog pound shit, you know.
Yeah.
You know the vibes. Oh yeah, he was barking too. Shout out to Frank. Okay, let me go back to week 3. All right, first game. It was Houston at Chicago. My Bears ended up winning this game 23-20. The Bears are now 2-1. Houston is 0-1-1 with the tie.
2-1.
Oh, 2-1. That's right. Yeah, it's week 3. Yeah. I guess quick thoughts for me. Because it's my team, whatever. Defense is looking okay. I think solid is a strong word. I think good is a strong word. They're playing decent. The defense, at least. I like what the O-line is doing, especially for the run blocking. Pass blocking is a different story that could get cleaned up. And obviously the big story with the Bears is Justin Fields not playing that well. I was telling Andrew off camera, I think it's still way too early to call him a bust. It is concerning. However, if you think about it, he started 10 games last season. It's a whole new offense. This is only week 3. And if we're going to negate week 1 for the rain, I don't know. It's concerning. I wouldn't call him a bust yet. On to the next one. Any thoughts so far?
Whoa. I had a question for
Oh
you.
man, what's going on?
Don't try to skate by.
We're running.
Yeah, look.
All right.
Let me ask my question real quick, and then Marcelo, you can ask. So look, this is kind of what I was asking you earlier too, dude. Is okay. What happens if it gets to like week 10, week 11, and Justin Fields is playing like this? What are you gonna do? And at what point? Like I'm gonna ask you too is, do you guys make a trade to help this man out? And if so, who do you want to get?
Okay, so you have 2 questions in there. I'll address the first one.
Yeah.
What happens? Obviously, by week 11 and 12. If he's playing the same way, then of course that's very concerning. I think if there's not at least a sign of progression, you think about drafting a QB. But then, see, I just said I wouldn't call him a bust yet, but I guess that would kind of reflect that he's a bust a bit. I don't think you bench him because I feel like that would make him worse. That would ruin his confidence. And the plays he has made, are awesome. So he has that playmaker in him. I think he's thinking too much. He can read these defenses. He's just either not seeing the open man. I don't know. I think he's thinking too much. And also, someone pointed out that they changed his mechanics a bit. So you got new offense, new scheme, and with the whole new, I guess, a change of mechanics, something you have to think about instead of doing what you're naturally doing. It'll take some time. Again, not too concerned yet, but I can agree that it is concerning. And very quickly, Aaron Judge just hit his 61st home run as we went live. So,
yes, sir.
Okay.
And then my second question, like I was saying,
you 100% need to trade for someone. You need, I don't know who that is. I don't know who's on the market. I mean, the big names are already signed or extended, like DK. That would have been a nice pickup. It was a good free agent class this season. Bears didn't pick up on anyone. So
would you consider Kenny Galladay? Because I think he's on the way out. You obviously have the money to take that.
I would.
You wouldn't have to give up a lot either. You could probably give up like a fifth.
You wouldn't.
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, the Giants would eat up most of that contract, right? Because next, I think he has incentives. If they don't let go of him now, they'll be paying a lot more next season than what they'll be paying this season. Yeah, why not? I mean, yeah, he isn't doing shit, but when he was on the Lions, he was decent. I mean, St. Rita's finest. Shout out to Diego. I would take a chance on Galladay. I mean, shit, we need someone at this point. Velus Jones is injured. They just put Byron Pringle on IR. Fucking N'Keal Harry's still on IR. Who's left? Fucking Darnell. He has been obviously playing a lot. Not by choice. Dante Pettis and Equanimous. I do like Equanimous though. Obviously he's not a 1, but I think he's okay for now. I don't know why I'm talking so fast.
Okay. I mean, go ahead, Marcelo.
So, kind of going back, I mean, I agree with most of what you said. I think the defense is actually looking pretty good. Honestly, like looking from the outside in, obviously, I don't like to be too biased, but I would be very concerned with Justin Fields, honestly.
It's fair.
Like, what he hasn't thrown a touchdown pass since the Niners game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And those touchdown passes were like wide open. But like, I mean, you already went over this. You're not concerned. You wouldn't call him a bust. I'm leaning towards bust right now. Sorry. But tying into all that, are you concerned with Darnell Mooney and Cole Kmet? Because I know they had some hype behind them behind the season. What do they have combined, like 4 catches on the year?
Something. I know Kmet has like 1 catch, and that was last game. I don't blame you for leaning towards bust. I mean, that's totally fair. Darnell Mooney has been dropping passes. Cole Kmet has also been dropping passes. Yeah, I mean, of course, that's concerning with your best weapons on offense other than Khalil Herbert not performing well. Yeah, that's concerning. I will say I'll give Darnell Mooney some credit. He as soon as that game ended, he was still at Soldier Fields practicing on the jugs. So
do you think that I mean, how do I put this? So I think that the defining moment for me that I was kind of like, damn, they really do not trust Justin Fields. And when we had this conversation too, dude, where I was like,
that they're now
that right before half they were down 1 point, and instead of them trying to push the ball with like 54 seconds on the clock, they just sat there and just ran the ball. I think that like, and I don't know if it's just me, but let the man make the mistake so he can learn, right? If you're playing conservative, you're not going to be able to see anything of like what he can do. Let Justin Fields be Justin Fields. Let him get out in space. Let him make the plays that he wants, like that he's going to try to make. This season was supposed to be a wash anyway, so why not? You know what I mean? For them to play conservative, I don't understand it. Like let him take charge of the offense, and if he fails at it, then at least you know right then and there. But I think that their play calling has been, I don't know. It's been interesting to say the least.
I mean, that's fair, but I mean, I'm not defending anything, which I agree they should, at least should have passed it or something on third. But Luke Getsy was like, well, if not this is not word for word, of course, but if the run is working, why are we going to get away from it? I mean, they rushed like 258 yards last game with three touchdowns, rushing touchdowns, I think.
No, I mean I get that. I'm just saying in the sense that like you don't know really what you have in Justin Fields, and obviously this is the year to figure out what exactly that is. Like you know what you have in David Montgomery. And I mean, even last year you saw glimpses of something that you would seek with Khalil Herbert. But like this year is all about seeing, can Justin Fields make some type of progress?
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
I'll say everyone was clowning on me for saying that Khalil Herbert was going to get more touchdowns than David Montgomery this season. I specifically drafted that man.
That's not fair, bro. Montgomery got hurt.
I know.
That's rude, man.
Going back on what Andrew said, I'm like on the fence, honestly, because obviously going into this season, you guys don't have a very hard schedule. So obviously the run's working, go ahead and keep running it. In that situation specifically, yes, let Justin Fields throw it. But I've always been the type that if you draft a QB that high, throw him into the fire right away.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, there's pros and cons to everything. But look at Trevor Lawrence. He did terrible last season, and this year he's pretty damn good right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you find out what you get pretty quickly, you know. Now,
Yeah,
obviously, it can go both ways. Like, sit him behind a veteran and let him learn, you know. But like Andrew said earlier with the Bears, there's not too much expectation. So throw him in the fire. Let him see what we could do.
I know, I agree with that 100%. And all I do, so for those of you who don't know, I drive a lot for work. I listen to the radio, podcasts, whatever, while I'm driving. I listen to a lot of this shit, nothing but football. Someone was saying on the radio, local channel over here, oh, the third of the season's gone, and let me tell you, the Bears season's been disappointing. I'm sorry. These Bears are supposed to be dog shit, and they're 2-1 right now. Are you kidding? That's a disappointment when the run game looks good, defense looks good. I mean, yeah, maybe they just talked about the quarterback, which I agree with, but like, the fuck? I don't know. I just thought
at the same time, look at the quality of your wins, though.
Yeah, exactly.
One was a monsoon, and the other one was the Texans.
That's fair.
Yeah, you should be happy. You know, you're 2-1. You know, but still,
hopefully,
I wouldn't be too happy about the wins, though. Quality of the wins.
Hopefully, this week coming up against New York, and get a good win, I should say. Hopefully, we'll see, but we'll touch on that in a minute.
Hypothetical, really quick. Would you rather Justin Fields ball out and lose, or another game like this past weekend and you win?
Oh, I would rather have Justin Fields go nuts, 100%. Because in our chat, I finally admitted. I don't know if I said this on the podcast, but I finally admitted in the chat. The Bears are not good. I'll say they're okay right now. They're 2-1. At least let me have that. But at the end of the day, they're not good. They're not going to do anything this season. And like, I would totally rather have him go nuts and throw for 4 touchdown passes. That's not going to happen. But that would literally make my day, because I forgot. I probably put this in the chat. When the Bears won, I said we won, but it felt more like a loss, just because of everything. But
I just want to point out how I don't know, Andrew. I don't know if you put it on the TikTok of the Instagram or if you just sent it to like me. But that one TikTok you sent about how the Bears front office looked away when Roquan got that pick in the fourth quarter.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was hilarious. Because it's true. Like he balled out, didn't he?
Facts.
Almost 20 tackles. He basically like won you that game.
Game-winning interception, man. That dude was balling out, acting a fool.
Hey, Roquan, put that in the chat. Hashtag pay Roquan. He was snubbed, by the way. He had 16 tackles, 2 TFLs, and a pick.
Dude, and monster.
You know who, too? Khalil Herbert. Why would they give it to Cordell Patterson?
Because
Herbert had better stats in every category.
It's the Bears. That's why.
It's the Falcons, too, though.
Yeah, Falcons are buns, bro.
We got the next game after that. This was, I guess, I don't want to say a shocker, but shocking that the Raiders are 0-3 right now, and they played the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee won that game 24-22. Thoughts?
I'm not shocked.
I'm not either, man.
They're overrated.
Yeah, Marcelo, and I'll give you that, Marcelo. You called it. You said the offensive line was god awful, and I mean we're seeing it, dude. Like, I think what was it? Derek Carr's already been sacked. I think like 17 times or something like that, or 16 times already. The defense is god awful. They can't stop a fucking nosebleed.
Can't stop.
I mean, besides Max Crosby and Chandler Jones, but that's not going to make your entire defense, dude.
Yeah, when you can't stop the run, you're not even going to have to pass rush. So what's the point of that? But we'll get into this later. But I also said the Chargers are overrated and 1 and 2.
Facts.
I have a funny feeling they're going to lose more games because of the news that just came out. But we'll go over that in a minute. But another thing that you called last episode was the Kansas City and Colts game. Colts won this game. What was the score exactly? 20-17.
Come on, man. Give me my respect. I love the Colts. I hate them at the same time. They put you through this roller coaster of emotions all season. It's only week 3. And I'm like, shit. One thing I want to say, though, is I don't like how much shit Matt Ryan's been getting from the media. Like he hasn't been playing that bad. Like the O-line is the one that should be getting all the shit because they're the highest paid O-line in the league and they can't block for shit right now. Matt Ryan doesn't ever have time, and we already know he's not mobile. So other than that, we should be getting Shaquille Leonard back this week. If not, then we're clowns for not putting him on the IR because that's 4 weeks right there that he hasn't played, but he's been practicing. So I don't really understand what that shit's going on, but hopefully he's back this week.
All right.
Shout out to the Colts. For real. Got that job done.
Let me ask you this. So do you guys think that Marcel, do you think that this is like a win you guys can like start rattling off with, or you guys start getting like 4 or 5 wins in a row now? We'll get back on track.
I mean, like I said before the season started, we had a couple of humps we had to get over, and week 1 and 2 were some of the humps. You know, season openers we haven't won one in a couple of years. We lost that, or we tied that, and then at the Jags, which was embarrassing. But yeah, after a win against like the Chiefs, I'm praying to God we don't go back down to shit this week. So we start rattling shit off. Especially, we got another hump this week actually because the Titans. So yeah, if we could get this shit going, oh man, we have to win division, right?
Yeah, there's no other choice but to, man.
I'm tweeting out that we're live on the BallBoys Twitter. Anyways, next one. This was a game. Let me tell you. Buffalo at Miami. Miami won this game 21-19. Tua. Is he MVP, Andrew? Your boy?
I'm not saying he's MVP, but I will say that when I said that he was top 10, I got so much fucking hate for it.
Time out, dude. You got hate for it because it was top 10 going into the season.
Yeah.
That's out of the window now.
But no, I'm honestly, man, I was telling you this, Mateo, that like I'm really happy for Tua, dude. Like I think that like he has a coach that believes in him. He has like the players that are gonna like help make his job easy. And I think that this game against Buffalo was like huge. I mean, massive win. They I mean, you saw the entire team get down when he got knocked out of the second quarter. As soon as they came back, they started playing like really well. And then there was that 3rd and 22 play where he ended up converting it, I think, with Jalen Waddle. I mean, like he made the plays he needed to make. I know Josh Allen missed that one wide open throw to, I don't know who it was, but the play before that, he got his hand knocked really hard. So I'm not making excuses, but I'm happy for the Dolphins, you know.
Shit,
But I do
yeah.
think that that had his hand not get hit by a helmet the play before, and they were rushing and everything, I think they would have scored that touchdown, and then God knows what would have happened then, you know. But it was a really good game.
Really excited about this week. They play the Bengals on Thursday.
Yes, sir.
First game, Tua versus Joe Burrow since that Alabama LSU game a couple years ago.
I think I'll get back to this later. I'll tell you my thoughts later when we start picking teams.
Before we move on to the next game, I want to give a shout out to 2 comments made by the same person. It looks like it's a bug named Andwer Gutierrez. Says, goofy looking dudes. And then he also said, Andrew isn't a real fan. Response?
No, I'm not a Dolphins fan, dude. I'm a Tua fan, you know.
Okay. Hey, respond to
Since
your
how
hate.
long? Since how long?
No, we had the conversation. I honestly, since he came into the league, because I wanted him to go to the Saints. I really did. And then when he went to the Dolphins, I still want to support him. I like the fact that he's a left-handed QB because I'm left-handed. Okay.
Same.
And plus I like the fact that he's not your traditional type of QB. Like he came from, like he's not a pocket passer, you know what I mean, per se. That's gonna be like 6'5", 230, something like that. You know what I mean? Like he's, I don't know. I cheer for him, you know. I like that he that even with all the bullshit that happened in the last year, he's never lost like that mentality to like want to be something, you know.
Wants to be great. All right, let's see. Next game. This was another good game. Detroit at Minnesota. Minnesota did win this game 28-24 in the very last seconds, I think. And right before we give our thoughts on that, it was a big NFC North battle. The same guy in the comments said, Andrew is a fake Tua fan.
Man, we're not responding.
Yes, but wouldn't call him fake.
But it was a good ass game. The Lions continue, and I'll even say this as a Bears fan. The Lions continuously looking really good despite the loss. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Demon. Their defense, demons for the most part, even though they lost or gave up that last minute touchdown. But that was a good game. Let's be honest. Jared Goff had almost 300 passing yards. Dalvin Cook got injured. Shout out to Frank. Thoughts?
Are we ready to call Justin Jefferson a fraud yet?
Hey, what about Jeff Okudah though? The dude held Devontae Smith to 0 catches, then held Terry McLaurin to 2 catches, and then held Justin Jefferson to, what was it, 3 catches or something like that?
Something like that.
Dude's a dog.
I'm just mad because I had Justin Jefferson on my team, in my fantasy team.
Dog fan.
Speaking of NFC North, Andwer Gutierrez also commented, Lions are greater than Bears. I don't know. Sounds like a 49ers fan getting jealous that they lost week 1, but that's just me. Anyways.
And week 3.
Week 3.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that. Well, that was an awful game. Let's be real. Anyways, Baltimore at New England. Baltimore got that. They whooped that ass 37-26. Lamar going nuts. I gotta mute my mic real quick for something. But thoughts on that game?
Lamar's probably like the MVP frontrunner right now, ain't it?
Yeah, but still pay that man. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I sent you the TikTok earlier. I don't know if you watched it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
The more they wait, the more they're gonna have to pay him if he keeps playing like this.
Mm-hmm. Don't be surprised, dude. When it hits that $300 million tag, you know.
Oh, it was a fantasy stat actually. It said the number one player in fantasy right now is or the number one QB in fantasy right now is Lamar, and then like if you took away his rushing stats, he'd be number 4.
That's insane.
All right, I'm back now. Also, Andor Gutierrez says Panthers are greater than Saints.
I guess
we'll discuss that.
Andor is mad.
Yeah, dude.
Is that like Andy's cousin?
Maybe. Next game we had Cincinnati at New York. The Jets. Cincinnati did win this game 27-12. However, Joe Flacco had 285 passing yards. Man was going nuts, but the Bengals ended up winning this game. Is this really a shocker?
I mean, not so much, but the Bengals were not playing good week 1 and 2, so they had to win this.
Zach Wilson came back.
Oh yeah, I did see that. I was like saying like last week though. I don't think they should like rush him back until he was like 100%. You know, like absolute 100%. Like you don't want to rush him back, and then he gets hurt again or something.
I mean, Joe Flacco's competent for the most part. But
that's kind of the same thing. I saw some news today saying like the Patriots want to rush back Mac Jones, but he doesn't want to because he doesn't want to re-injure himself. So they're kind of having like a little controversy over there.
Next game, Philadelphia just stomped the Commanders 24-8. The big story is Eagles looking good, Jalen Hurts looking like a demon, and another story is how bad the Commanders are, led by Carson Wentz. That's just me. I think the Commanders are probably one of the worst teams in the league.
Really? Didn't they play good week 1?
Yeah.
Did they? Because I genuinely don't remember.
I mean they played pretty good against the Lions, and then I don't know who they played week 2. I forgot.
I wouldn't say they're like the worst team in the league, but they didn't look good that last Sunday.
No. That's fair.
I feel like I would honestly say the Eagles are probably the best team in the league right now. The progression of Jalen Hurts as a passer, I did not see it coming.
I still can't believe that, man. Because I still remember the draft shit that said that he would never be like an actual good QB from like Mel Kiper.
I mean, watching him in college, you kind of agreed with it, but like that dude works so hard. Like I'm happy for him too. What do you know, man? The only undefeated teams in the league, QBs, are from Bama. Come on, man.
Oh.
Let's put away the stigma that Bama doesn't produce QBs.
I can't say the same.
Facts. I was about to say that. You're lucky I didn't get to. I hope Andrew didn't hear that either, because he'll say so.
Facts. We'll see how long it takes. Speaking of your team, Andrew, the Saints lost to the Panthers 22-14. Was that a good old-fashioned ass whooping, or what happened?
Honestly, bro, we fucking suck. I'm gonna just put it out there like that. Like, we have so much talent on that fucking team, it's ridiculous. But the fact that we've come out flat in the last 3 games, where we've put up, I think it's like 6 points in 3 games in the first half, is miserable. I mean, it's fucking terrible, dude. Like, how do we have that much talent and we can't put up no points? The defense is doing their job for the most part, man. Besides the one Atlanta game against the Buccaneers, they were holding their own, keeping it a 3-3 game all the way up into the fourth quarter. I'm telling you,
what do you think like the issue is though on offensively?
I think it's coaching, dude. I don't think it's anything else really. I think it comes down to holding the players accountable to like do their job. Like I don't know. It doesn't help that like James is injured because it's not an excuse because he needs to play better too. If you're gonna play while you're injured, then you need try to play as best as you can. You know what I mean?
So you're saying that like coaching, as in like being ready for the game, not the play calling,
right?
Okay. So that's like kind of the same thing that the coach said. But...
Yeah, the play calling, I don't think it's necessarily Pete Carmichael's play calling. I think it's more so Jameis's decision making. Because I think he feels that like because like they're struggling in the first half, he needs to make plays when really it doesn't have to be like that. Just get the ball to open spots and just keep moving it down the chains. We don't need to take a big shot every single play. We got players that can bust it wide open with Chris Olave, and we got like Alvin Kamara coming out the backfield with that. Like we're okay. Like just dump the ball off. You'll be all right.
Are you concerned with how Alvin Kamara is playing though?
I think he'll be fine, man. I do. I think it's just it doesn't help that like he got hurt week 1, and then didn't play week 2, and like now he's trying to get kind of caught up. I think this week will be fine. But like I was saying, like if we end up like how we did, I think it was like 2017 where we started like 1-4 or something like that, or 1-3. They're gonna be calling for Dennis Allen's head, rightfully so.
Seems so early though.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, like the expectation is to like make a deep run in the playoffs, at least in my mind, right? Because really the Buccaneers don't look that good offensively. I mean, we saw it against the Packers, which we'll talk about later. But I mean, all season so far, they've looked miserable. And I know they have a bunch of players hurt, but like they don't look like the same Bucs team like a year ago. And that's why my thing is that like if we cannot capitalize on this right now on a weak division, because really I'm not worried about the Panthers. The Panthers beat us fair and square, but we beat ourselves. We shouldn't have allowed ourselves to miss 2 field goals in the first half, not convert in the red zone in the first half. Like it's shocking to say the least, dude. The Falcons aren't good. The Falcons will be Falcons.
On the other hand, I think the Panthers' defense is really good. Offensively,
yeah, they're good.
Dog water, but like defensively, I wasn't really expecting this. I know they have a lot of nice young pieces, but together they're surprising.
Also, Matt Rule's a bum ass coach. I don't care what anybody says. That dude is cheeks.
Damn. Why are you mad?
Because man, that dude in the press conference was talking hella shit. And it's like, bro, okay, this is the first time you beat the Saints. No, actually, sorry. You beat them last year, okay, but we tied the series. But you haven't done shit. You've been the Panthers coach for what, 3 years now? And you have under 500 records?
Go off.
I heard McCaffrey's on the injury report again.
He is, dude. He is.
Is water wet? Is the sky blue? Come on now. I hate to be that guy, but like everyone was telling me, "Oh, you're crazy for passing him off in fantasy." I'm like, "Come on, bro!" Like,
but the last couple injury reports, they were bullshit. Like one of them was because he got cut by a cleat on his shin. It wasn't an actual injury.
Yeah,
okay, that's fair. That's fair.
I think this one actually is, but I don't really know how concerning it is.
I think that we get Trevor Penning back this week, so I really think that it'll switch up the entire flow. I think that, yeah, I'm telling you, I think he's solid. I mean, I really do think we miss Teron Armstead. I don't think that we realize how much he held that unit down offensively, like on the line. But I think Trevor Penning has that dog in him.
Very quickly, you brought up a situation where they would trade Michael Thomas. Do you still feel that way? This was off camera.
Look, here's my thing with this, dude, is that because of the fact that we sacrificed so much of our future, because we gave up a first-round pick last year and this year, And if we don't have a winning record, let's say by like halfway through the year, I would not be surprised if we start trading away pieces to retool.
Okay.
And
Bears, Michael Thomas.
That's what I was telling him.
Yeah.
And I said, because if the Bears would offer like a second or something like that,
I wouldn't
what happened?
I wouldn't give up a second. Not me. I would give up like a fourth.
You're fucking high as fuck.
I'm with Mateo, bro. Michael Thomas has been having injuries and he hasn't. Well, obviously he's playing now, but before that, it was like 2 years ago. So
yeah, I mean, but
I ain't giving up no second from either.
If he's balling out, let's say like 8 weeks in, like he's starting to hit his like old stride again, I don't see why not.
But then at that point, would you want to trade him?
No, I wouldn't. But I'm just saying, if I was in the same front office, if I know that we're going to have a bad year, I want to capitalize.
He's not even old, though, isn't he? He's like in his prime.
It's like 28.
Yeah. Why would you want to get rid of him?
I don't know, man. I'm just saying that if like they were like in the front office and they see it, I would see it as like, hey, I need to get assets back. You know what I mean?
That's fair. We'll see what happens with the Saints. I feel like they're still up in the air. Before we move on to the next game, I do want to say this is like way off topic. I don't know. It's just not shocking to me. It's just weird to say. I got a alert from the news real quick that our boy Coolio, Gangster's Paradise, apparently he passed away right now. So R.I.P. Coolio.
Damn.
That's like we're 90s kids, so shout out to him. Anyways, okay, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars against Team IR. The Jags just stomped the fucking Chargers. I mean, the Jags went nuts. The final score was 38-10. Joey Bosa and IR now, again, is water wet.
Rashawn Slater too.
Yeah, Rashawn Slater. And you called it. Chargers are frauds.
Facts.
After Chargers frauds, or are the Jags legit?
Chargers are frauds, bro.
So you're not buying into the Jaguars hype?
I would say Chargers are frauds, but the Jags could be legit. I need to see more.
I keep seeing that comparison of Trevor Lawrence and Peyton Manning. It's making me sick.
I saw this.
I mean, I get it. It's very like comparable, But man, I don't want to see that shit.
Well, you want to hear something worse? This is on Bears Twitter, though, of course. They compared the first 2 seasons with Justin Fields and Josh Allen. So the numbers are almost identical, low key, but I was like, okay, that's a reach. Even I'm saying that's a reach. So, yeah, the fucking people could be nuts. Yeah, but fuck the Chargers. We have another LA team, the Rams against the Arizona Cardinals. The Rams won 20, Arizona 12. I think big story, Arizona frauds. They're not good at all.
Kingsbury should have been fired.
What's his
Dude's a
name?
bum, dude. I can't stand him.
Kyler Murray was too busy playing the beta this weekend to win. But why don't you hate? Why do you hate Kingsbury?
How in God's name have you struggled to win any games and yet you get promoted every single fucking time? I don't understand it.
You know
he didn't
why.
have a winning record in high school when he was coaching, and then he got promoted to Texas Tech. Then he gets fucking he doesn't have any good seasons at Texas Tech. I think they made some bowl games, but it wasn't anything like, meaningful. Then he gets the Arizona Cardinals job, and they haven't won shit. So, dude, I can't fucking stand him. And then he acts like he's the fucking top shit.
I mean, his house was pretty nice.
Yeah, the house is nice, but his offense isn't.
That goes on a shirt. His house is nice, but his offense isn't. I like that shit. Yeah. Kyler Murray and the Cardinals are not good. Other teams that are not good. We had the Atlanta Falcons against the Seattle Seahawks. Atlanta won this game by 27-23. Not a big margin, but Atlanta took this. Now, I hate to be like this because people say the same thing about my Bears, which is fine. Do we care?
I don't really care, bro, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I thought Rashad Penny would have did something because he's on my fantasy team. He was a fucking dog water.
Yeah. Next game. Pittsburgh Green Bay Packers against Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Thoughts and prayers to everyone in Florida. But
Yep.
Green Bay won this game 14-12. But I think the bigger picture is both teams looked bad.
I honestly, dude, I to piggyback on what Marcelo said last week, dude, but like Tom Brady is not going to look the same as he did last year, dude. They don't have the O-line that they had last year. Mike Evans was out this game. Chris Godwin was out this game. Julio was out this game. Then, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like this is too much to ask of Tom Brady to do something this year to be something meaningful. I think that this is going to be it for him after this year, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I don't see him like wanting to stick around and to deal with all the bullshit that comes with it. You know what I mean? I think he just wanted to retire on his own terms.
Shout out to Adam Schefter. Thoughts on Green Bay and Tampa?
Green Bay's defense looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Battle of the punters.
Obviously, he's gonna have to keep dealing with all those like really young weapons. When Sam Watkins got put on IR again or something.
Again, it's water wet. Yep.
It's Andy's veteran.
Real quick, I found it funny that Packers fans were complaining about the refs during this game.
Here we go.
I'm just saying. I just thought it was fairly ironic, but that was all I was gonna say. I just thought it was funny. Speaking of Andy's team, they barely, and when I mean barely, no, actually, no, they lost. I forgot. Yeah, fuck Andy. Fuck the 49ers. Denver won this game against the 49ers 11-10. What a score. You know, you had Danger Russ against Jimmy Orlovsky. It was a battle of the punters, you know?
Hey, those punters were laying that ball down nice. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Have a day. Both of them collectively punted 17 times.
Jimmy G's going Jimmy G sometimes, you know?
Mm-hmm. Jimmy Orlovsky.
I told you all the time, man. Death, taxes, and a Jimmy G interception.
And the most crucial time, too.
If only he was here to talk about his team.
Come on, all he's going to say is the refs, zebras.
Then he's going to be like, it's all right. We got next week.
They got the Rams next week. I hope Andy's sweating.
Shit. That's going to be – is it at SoFi North?
No. It's another primetime game.
He's like,
SoFi North.
Levi South. Anyways. Last game, unfortunately, the Dallas Cowboys won this game. This was what's today? Wednesday? This was 2 days ago, Monday Night Football. Dallas Cowboys, New York Giants. Dallas won this game 23-16. The biggest story, in my opinion, Cooper Rush looking nice for now.
Heard Dak's coming back within the next 2 weeks.
I hope that they don't change their offense, though, man. I feel like they should keep it what they're doing. Like, feed your offense through the run game, short passes, and let your defense do the work. You know what I mean?
Jerry Jones wants a quarterback controversy. Don't know why.
Because Jerry Jones is a businessman. That's what it is. He knows that there's a QB controversy, that there's going to be more exposure for the Cowboys, which means more money.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. All right. Thoughts and reactions to week 3. Do we have our numbers Let's see who's in first place, second,
Oh,
third.
shit.
My bad. Before we move on to a week 4, see who's leading. You can, if anything, if you can, start on the bottom and then work your way up.
What do you mean bottom?
Like
Last
who's the
place.
last? Yeah, who did the worst? Who's
Okay.
doing? Yeah.
I'll do the week 3 and then I'll do overall after.
Okay.
All right. So I don't have it in order of worst to whatever. So I'm just gonna go in order I have it.
That's fine.
Mateo, you went 8-8, decent.
Decent.
AJ also 8-8, decent.
Decent.
I went 9-7. I was I guess I was the best of the week. Evan went 5-11. What a bum.
Hey,
Frank and
Thomas,
Diego also went 8-8. And then
decent.
Bob came in and did only one pick and he was 1-0. So
Hey, you taking bad advice from me?
who? Me?
For anyone? 5-11. You gonna trust him with the
Hell no.
bets?
Hell no. But total overall, Mateo, 22 wins on the season, a 46 percentage, which compared to everybody else is not that bad. AJ, 23 wins, 48%. Me, 26 wins, 55%. I'm leading in terms of wins, not percentage though. Andy is leading in percentage with 56, even though he was only here for 1 week.
Fair.
Only 19 wins, 40%. Frank 14, 45%.
Oh my God.
Bob 8 wins, 61%. He's leading in percentage.
Demon.
And then Diego went 8-8, so he's 50%.
Okay.
But I just want to point out how before this week, Frank was by far the worst, and then Evan stunk it up this week, so he's not last.
Evan said, "Hold my beer."
Yeah.
It's fucked up. I hope they're watching this right now. Holy shit. Well, hopefully we can
Andy
do
did
better.
give me his picks for this week, so I don't know if that's allowed, but
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean,
Shout
we're
out
gonna
to
get Frank and Evan trying to do the same shit.
Well, and then we can say, I guess when we go through this, just at the end, say Andy's pick, and we'll announce it and whatever. But let's start it. Week 4 already. NFL week 4. Feel like the season's going by pretty quick. Starting tomorrow, I am so ready for this game. Miami, Cincinnati, at Bengals. Bengals are wearing their all white uniform. Who do we got?
Fins up.
Time out before we start. Is this the game of the year up to this point?
No.
No. It's just Tua versus Burrow, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
All right. Me, I got the Dolphins. Andy picked the Dolphins.
Clean sweep.
I'm picking the Dolphins.
I also got Dolphins. I think they'll win that one. We'll start this next game, Sunday night or Sunday morning, afternoon. Actually, Sunday morning football at 8:30 a.m. Central Time. We have Minnesota at New Orleans. At is the neutral zone, but I guess New Orleans is the home right now. I got Minnesota. Sorry, Andrew.
I'm gonna take
Is this
obviously this. What happened?
This is a London game?
Yep.
Yes. Already.
I'm taking the Saints, obviously. I don't think it's going to be by much, though. I think it's going to be like 2017.
Oh, I'm with Andrew. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take the Saints. I think this is gonna be a close game too. Andy chose the Vikings.
Because he's a hater, bro.
Facts.
He's
Man,
specific.
we know this. We've been on this.
Facts.
Him and Evan are both haters.
Next game. This one, I don't know about this. First afternoon game of Sunday, Cleveland at Atlanta. Jacoby and Marcus Mariota. I don't know. This is a toss-up for me, to be honest.
I'm taking the Browns.
Yeah, I'm rolling with the Browns. Nick Chubb is going to run that ball.
I'll take the Browns too. Fuck it.
Andy took the Falcons. Lone Wolf.
Fucking Andy.
He good, man. He good.
Next game, this may be a clean sweep. Washington at Arlington Cowboys. I'm taking Cowboys, unfortunately. Fuck the Cowboys, but I think they're better than the Commanders.
I'm gonna take the Cowboys too. And Cooper Rush is on fire.
Facts.
Yeah, I'm not gonna cross right here. I'm gonna stay with the trend.
Yes, sir.
Andy also chose the Cowboys.
This one, believe it or not, you'll be surprised of who I'm picking. We have Seattle and Detroit against the Lions. I'm picking the Lions.
Yes, sir.
One got no choice on this one.
Yeah, I know.
Me and Andy are also taking the Lions.
Clean sweep.
One pride.
Dan Campbell, Motor City. This next one, we'll let you pick first, Mark. Tennessee at Indianapolis. Colts Titans.
All right, man. Coming off a win, I'm starting to get delusional again. Taking the Colts. Andy also chose the Colts.
Go ahead.
I'm rolling with the Colts, man. The Titans have played like dog water the first 2 weeks.
They didn't look bad last week, though. But
they didn't. Yeah, I'm still picking the Colts. So I think the Colts are putting it together. So
I'm also picking the Colts. I have to. Yeah, I think they're just a better team overall. Next game, still at 12. A lot of 12 o'clock games. Chicago Bears. My Bears at the New York Football Giants. Giants coming off of a loss Monday Night Football. Call me a homer. I genuinely think the Bears are a tad better team than the Giants. So I am picking the Bears.
Say that shit loud and proud, bro.
They're a tad better than the Giants.
The further along in the season we get, the more down to earth you're coming, Mateo. You're getting respectable now, man. Where's delusion?
Thank you.
I'm taking the Giants. Oh, Andy also took the Giants. Big surprise.
Fuck Andy. Who you taking, Andrew?
I'm gonna take the Bears on this one, man.
Yes, sir. Go crazy.
I think that they're gonna let Justin Fields air it out in this game.
Said that last game.
I thought so too. I did, but I don't know, man. I think they'll pull it out, man.
Before I say something real quick, we want a responsible comment. Our boy Azure Knight picking the Colts.
What? Gabe knows football?
Yes, sir.
Oh man, Gabe knows. Oh man,
he loves Gabe.
I love you, Gabe.
Shout out to Gabe. I just want to say very quickly, if the Bears win, and they're 3-1, and everyone was clowning on me, saying, "Oh, the Bears are! Oh, how dare you have the Bears go 3-1?"
Time out. We started saying that when you were up at like 5-1, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Well, I will say it could. Azure Knight, our boy Gabe, not at all. LMAO, love you too. Shout out to Gabe. Next week, so week 5, Bears play Monday Night Football against the Commanders. They could go 4-1. Then week 6, I think this is way too ahead. I think they play the Vikings, that's an L. So we could go 4-2. I'm just saying. We'll cross that bridge when it comes. But all right, 2-2. Next game. Now this should be a fun game. Jacksonville at Eagles. Trevor Lawrence, Jalen Hurts.
We're gonna find out if the Jags are legit or not.
Facts.
But I'm still taking the Eagles.
Facts. Same.
It's looking like the fuck. I think Andy didn't make this pick. I'm not tweaking, right? Jaguars and Eagles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Andy, you're a goof. You didn't pick this game. I'm taking the Eagles.
I would assume Actually, no, I'm not going to assume anything because I don't know how Andy thinks.
Yeah, Andy's a weirdo.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a fun-ass game. But yeah, I think the Eagles got it. This next one is for E. New York at Pittsburgh. The Jets against the Steelers.
Zach Wilson's return.
Zach Wilson revenge game. Not revenge, but the return game. Who we got?
I'm rolling with the Steelers, bro.
Steelers.
Me and Aga, we're taking the Jets. Sorry.
Ooh.
Damn.
Ooh.
I
The Jets,
think
the Steelers look bad, dude. Mitch Trubisky's
Yeah.
buns. Their play calling is buns. Najee Harris is hurt.
Yeah.
Their defense is pretty good, but I still think they're suspect.
I agree with all that, but that being said, I'm also taking the Steelers. I think Joe Flacco was looking pretty nice. So if you're gonna bench him, I think it's gonna be a totally different team. And we got one more pick. Hey, who you got? Steelers or Jets? Yeah. Steelers. Steelers took the tiebreaker on that one. Next game. This should be a good ass game. I've been saying this a lot. Buffalo at Baltimore. Ravens and Bills. Lamar. This is like an Andrew game. This is Lamar against Josh Allen. Go ahead, Andrew. You first.
I want Lamar to win, bro.
I feel like you're about to cry, dude.
Because I'm fucking sad saying this shit, dude. Fuck it, man. I want Lamar to win. But I'm going to take the Bills on this one, man. I don't think they're going to lose 2 in a row. Not like this.
Bills
Ready for this,
Mafia.
man?
Oh,
Me and Andy are taking the Bills. Wait,
Yes, sir.
time out. Andy's taking the Bills. I'm taking the Ravens. My bad.
okay. He said timeout.
My bad.
You're the lone wolf right now. I'm picking Bills.
Lamar's looking good, dude.
Facts. I hope he goes off because he's on my fantasy team. Better
You
throw
know
him.
what? Honestly, like, I think it's time we start having this conversation that Mark Andrews might be the best tight end in the league now.
Facts, dude.
I'm sorry,
Big
all the Travis Kelce
facts.
truthers out there, but Mark Andrews is fucking good.
He's the real deal.
And not only that, but Rashad Bateman is starting to step his game up compared to last year.
Yeah.
You don't look that impressed with Rashad Bateman right now.
Was he getting like 3-4 catches a game? He's got to throw it to someone, right?
Yeah,
Mark Andrews can't make every catch.
Thanks.
that's true.
Andrew, I noticed that it stuck with you as soon as E said Bateman's Jackson's guy, Lamar's guy. He said that in the chat, and I know that stuck with you. Don't lie.
Don't listen to that fool. All right.
Next game, we have Team IR, the Chargers against the Houston Texans, coming off the L from the Bears. Feel like, I mean, it's kind of weird for me to say, but I feel like this might be a toss-up.
I feel like this might be the trap game of the week. The Texans are not that bad. And like you just said, that's Team IR.
Facts.
Andy took the Chargers. I'm going to take the Chargers too, honestly.
Andrew? Uh-oh. Oh, say it. You can't even do it.
No, I can't, bro. I wanted to, but I can't. I'm gonna roll with the Chargers, and I was gonna say it.
Oh, man, Davis Mills is decent.
He is, but I don't think this is the week.
And I think the safe bet right now, the safe pick is the Chargers, so I'm going to pick Chargers.
I'm just saying, last week I told you guys the trap game was if I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was the Jaguars and Chargers too. I might be wrong.
No, I'm sure you're right. I mean, you've been right. You've been like 5 for 5 right now, so I'm gonna be honest. Anyways, I think this might be a trap game. We have the Arizona Cardinals at Carolina. And I think the majority of the casuals might pick Arizona. Sorry for anyone in here that's going to pick Arizona, but I'm actually going to pick the Panthers.
I'm also taking the Panthers. Andy's taking the Cardinals. And to correct what I just said, I'm sorry. My trap game of last week was
The Saints.
Panthers over the Saints.
Yep.
Gotcha. Either way, you were still right.
I'm gonna pick the Panthers too, unfortunately.
Andy's the casual. Okay, that's fine.
He's a big casual. Come on.
Facts. New England at Green Bay. And for me, being a Bears fan, as much as I hate it, I'm going to pick Green Bay for the sole fact that New England does not look good. Also,
Mac Jones is out.
Yeah, is not playing. Brian Hoyer is probably going to play. So for that, and Green Bay is at home. So it's, yeah.
Me and Andy are also taking the Packers, and I just want to point out the fact that Brian Hoyer's actual name is Axel.
That's sick.
Learn something new every day.
Axel Hoyer.
With the Packers too.
What a demon. Next game.
Is that Bears legend?
Honestly, I don't know. I'm gonna say no.
I might be confusing him with Chase Daniel.
I know Chase Daniel was on it, and Josh McCown was on the Bears for a bit. I'm gonna have to look that up. I wouldn't be surprised though, to be honest. Denver at Las Vegas is the next game. Broncos coming off of that win against the winless fucking Raiders. The fucking Raiders. I think we all agree that Raiders are frauds, so I think I'm gonna stick with Chris's Broncos. Shout out to Chris.
I think this is the fraud game, right? Frauds versus frauds.
Facts. The fraud ball.
Me and Aga are both taking the Broncos.
Go ahead.
No, you know what? I'm gonna fucking do it.
Can't go wrong with this one, honestly.
Yeah, fuck the Broncos. I'm Raiders up. Let's go, man.
Say louder.
Raiders up.
Sunday Night Football, last game of Sunday. Kansas City at Tampa Bay. Patrick Mahomes. Okay, they're calling this GOAT against baby GOAT, which I fucking despise with a passion. Even though I hate that, I'm still picking the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
There's a really good argument for that. Well, I won't get into it today. We can get into it another time. But
fair.
Long story short, if Patrick Mahomes retired today, he's got a way better resume than a lot of Hall of Fame QBs in the league right now, or in the Hall of Fame. But with that being said, me and Aga are taking the Chiefs.
Okay. Fair. I think there's one game. Monday Night Football. We have the Rams at the 49ers. And Trent Williams, is hurt? Just went on IR, I think. Fucking the baby IR team against the Rams. I'm picking Rams. Shout out to Andy.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, fuck Andy. Rams up.
Rams up.
Surprise, Andy took the 49ers. I'm taking the Rams.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're going to be saying, this is Levi North. This is Levi South.
Damn zebras, man. How much do they pay them? Jalen Ramsey's a criminal.
He's going to be like, Jalen Ramsey's toast.
That's what you do. That's you.
Thanks. No, that is me. I hate Jalen Ramsey so much. Anyways, so those are our predictions and picks for week 4. Hopefully everyone has a good week. Hopefully everyone does better than E or Frank. Shout out to Andy. Or Andy.
Andy's winning right now. What are you talking about?
No, I'm saying it's fuck Andy.
Facts. I do want to say
during that game against the Broncos, he was sad.
Dude.
Fuck him.
the punt bowl.
Yeah, the pump.
Oh my god, man. That dude's a fucking goofball.
I want to hear his excuse for Jimmy G pulling a Dan Orlovsky.
He didn't know, man. He didn't know. Either way, it would have been bad though, because I don't know if you saw the complete play. But that was a pick six. Pick six right there, bro. It was about to be a GG's.
Jimmy G. Sorry. All right. I had to. My bad. I do want to say. What?
Jimmy G's the truth.
Better than Trillions?
Right now, yeah.
I'd still take Jimmy G over Trey Lance.
Don't let Odie hear you.
Don't let Andy hear me.
I know we talk about football a lot, but come November, we're going to be talking about the original football, the other football. We're going to have the World Cup. We're going to be talking a lot about that. That should be a good time. We just, honestly, we really haven't had the time to talk about any other sport. Baseball, I mean, playoffs are coming up, so I feel like we could do that with baseball. Basketball's coming back. We'll talk about that when that comes. But is there anything else we want to get into before we sign off today?
I'm good, man.
Yes, sir. That was nice. That was solid. No goofy takes for once. At Bob.
Bob came in here, made one pick, and left.
Andy, man. And scared of Frank.
He's scared of Frank. I don't think he's scared of Andy, though. He was giving that ass whooping to Andy. He said 49ers aren't making the playoffs.
Shit, what are they, 1-2 right now? Now they got to play the Rams. Shit. Imagine if they're 1-3, Andy's going to be down bad.
D was an IR. Fucking Brandon Ayuk injured. That'd be crazy.
It's fine. It's fine.
We'll meet you at the fucking NFC Championship. Don't worry about it. All right, everyone. We appreciate everyone staying on until this point. Leave something down below, a discussion, a topic. Tell us how goofy we are, like N-word Gutierrez.
I wonder they called your brother Goofy.
Oh yeah, hold on. You know what? We're gonna give him a shout out real quick. I know exactly where that comment is. Give me 1 second. I don't know who this man is. However, okay, here we go. His name is Gerald Gomez. Shout out to him. He has 2 likes on that comment. So shout out to him. Diego taking out. But yeah, like I said, we enjoy that shit. Keep it going. We'll be on next week for episode 28. So till next time, get ignorant. Right? Is that what he